What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KTA, Keeta, the cheetah today. It is the 16th day of January, and here we are sitting at about 30 cents with 6 hours, 51 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. Let's talk about this here. So, first and foremost, it's nice to see KTA hitting 30 cents, breaking above 30 cents yet again today. I don't believe that we push on from here. I think that we probably do pull back. We probably do see prices that are potentially even below 27 cents from here. I don't know how low we'll go. You know, it's possible that we do go all the way down to like 25 cents or lower or something like that. But I very much doubt that we go below these lows. I'm very confident that we provide higher lows, whatever we do. I'm somewhat convinced that from here we will see lower prices than what we saw yesterday, though. We'll go over that. What I want to point out is the fact that we've moved up today. And while that has been nice, while we have moved up at kind of a nice pace here, right, what we have the potential for now is a double top, a relative double top. There was no volume at all on this pump. There's literally no volume at all. I don't know where the volume came from, because it didn't come from Coinbase. Did it come from, maybe it was on USDC? Nope, wasn't on USDC. Was it on, is there another one? Is it on Kraken? Not really. No volume there either. Where else? Maybe MEXC? Nope, no volume there. Let's see. Nothing else really. Let's do USD. There's no KuCoin. No KuCoin. Yeah, there's just no volume. So I don't know where the pump came from, but the fact that we pumped, we had higher closes, higher candle closes here with less volume tells me that, and we're in this double top situation, tells me this isn't ready to go. We're probably going to pull back, and likely if we pull back from here with this kind of setup, I mean, likely we will go below these points. So with that in mind, already I'm anticipating from a low to a high that we would see some type of extension that would take us down to about 25.7 cents, maybe even 24.4 cents, but that seems to be the low area to intend. Okay. Let's look at KTA, maybe without the Coinbase price. I just want to see again. 26 cents, 24.7 cents, so basically the same area. We look at the 1 hour indicators. You do have a double top in the RSI as well, a little bearish divergence here between these points. Stochastics look like they want to come down, and the MACD is bullish overall. You bounced off your zero, but this is all you got. That has bearish implications to it. So I think the coming days, the next 3 to 5 days, probably have some bearish implications. I want to say the same thing that I said for the end of my most recent Onyx coin video. So I am expecting that we go below here. I am expecting a 10% drop or more. What I'm not going to do, even though I'm expecting that, even though I'm calling for that, even though that's exactly what I think is going to happen, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sell my KTA here and then buy back down here, right? If I have a trading position, then I could do that, right? If I'm trading, but if I'm holding, if I've got a hodl position that I'm trying to stack, it's like my life savings. I'm trying to cash out at the end of the cycle with that. I'm not going to play with that money. If you want to, that's fine. But just because we're calling for a price to move down, technically, the minimum target would be about 12.5%. The maximum target could be something around like a 17% drop. That doesn't mean that we're selling here, because the age-old question comes to mind: what if I'm wrong, right? I would rather not worry about this drop at all and be completely concerned with the pump that doesn't happen, but will inevitably happen, than be concerned with something that's as insignificant as a drop that'll take us maybe below 26 cents, maybe. But we'll see. 1 hour time frame, certainly suggesting it here. Certainly seeing some bearish implications here, but nothing's guaranteed. 4 hour time frame, this is pretty implicative here that we will go lower, right? You got very deep into the overbought zone, very nice. A little bit of a double top there, right? Bearish divergence. You have bearish divergence. You don't have bearish divergence here, but kind of. It's a lower high with a lower high. But the real problem here is that you're rejecting the overbought zone. That's the real problem. You made an attempt. Typically, you do get that second attempt, but we're not getting it here. We're probably going to reject from here and go down. Stochastics look like they want to reject and come down. The MACD had a false cross to the downside, came back up, but really we're having a false cross to the upside. So I think we're going to come down. Typically, in moments like this, I would expect that we build bearish momentum, not decay in bearish momentum. So we're still in a very bullish position overall with the MACD. We could come down and still be bullish, but we would come down first. And likely, with this kind of double top scenario, let's just see, from a low to a high here, we take this high to, or low to a high here. Yeah, 1272 at your 0.5. Golden ratio on top of the golden ratio right there, just below 25 cents. I mean, it seems pretty unavoidable that that's what we're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we're going to go down there. So that's the expectation. The daily RSI looks good right here. If we close today green, this would actually be a really good look on the daily RSI if we close green here, which is why we probably don't close green today. I wouldn't be surprised at all if by the end of the day we were below 28.5 cents. So we drop another like 1.5 cents from here or more. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Stochastics are overbought, which is nice, but maybe you cool off, maybe you come down, cool off, correct. Your MACD is trying to cross above the zero, but with the turbulence I'm seeing or foreseeing on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, maybe we consolidate a little bit and then we rally. I do expect that we'll rally by the end of the month. I very much do anticipate that what we're going to see here is a move that'll take us above 40 cents probably by the end of January. But as it is typical with these kind of areas, right? If you go like this, if you find resistance at a certain point, you're coming down and you're trying to break that point, right? Now what you'll probably do instead of rejecting down, if you're trying to break through it, what you'll do first is not just break through it in one fell swoop. Sometimes that happens, wouldn't that be nice? But likely you'll consolidate at this area, do something different than what you did here and here. That different behavior begets different results, but we have to behave differently first. I think we already are, but we'll probably just consolidate in this area for the next week, or at the very least a handful of days, right? It could be as early as next week, right? Sunday next week is on the 25th. It could be as early as by the end of next week that we are breaking past these highs, that we are moving higher. It could be a week and 3 days from now, and we're still right here, just have moving sideways, and we're getting ready for a breakout by the end of the month. But I do expect that we will probably be above 40 cents by the end of January. Going into February, I think February is going to be a good time. I think we're going to have a lot of fun in February, you guys. It's going to be a really good month. We should be pushing $1 and beyond in February is what my guess is. Here we are at 30 cents now, so don't let me stop you from buying here, but I think if you just wait, if you're patient, you might have a little discount. I'm pretty confident that we go below 26 cents. I'm even pretty confident at this point that we go below 25 cents. So being here at 30 cents, I think that's worth waiting. Counter to that point, if you could have chosen any point to buy in KTA's history, and let's assume that we're right in assuming that we go up to new all-time highs, the people that buy here, even 10 cents higher from here, are going to be considered geniuses. So don't let me stop you from buying, right? It's a perfect time to FOMO if you want to, but I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down. That's really the gist of it there. Whenever it comes to coming up, whenever it comes to the comeuppance, the expectation is to move probably promptly to about 40 cents, a little bit above there, consolidate, maybe we pull back, whatever, and then we'll run up to our 68 to 79 cent area, pull back, consolidate, whatever, and we should be, again, I think, above $1 by the end of February. If we're not above $1 by the end of February, then sometime in very early March we should be there. And from that point on, we're thinking of new all-time highs. We get above $1. I mean, basically the next thought is $2.83 to $6, and I think that we'll be there very soon as well. We could be up in this area by the end of March, if not sometime in April, but we'll see. Depends on how fast we recover. It depends on a lot of things, but we'll go from there. For now, I think that we're going to slowly but surely move up over the weeks to come. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.